Now there was a famine in the land, besides the earlier famine of Abraham's time. And Isaac went to Abimelech, Abimelech, king of the Philistines near Gerar. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land where I tell you to live. Stay in this land for a while, and I will be with you and will bless you. For you and your descendants will have all these lands, and will confirm the oath I have sworn to your father Abraham. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give them all these lands, and through your offspring, all the nations of the earth will be blessed." So we have the promise moving down now through Isaac. "Because Abraham obeyed me, kept my requirements, my commandments, and my decrees and my laws, so Isaac stayed in Gerar. When the men of that place asked him about his wife, he said, 'She is my sister.'" Abraham didn't tell Isaac about. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Because he was afraid to say, "She is my wife," he thought, "The men of this place might kill me and count Rebecca because she is beautiful." God just got finished telling you, Isaac, that he will give you this land, that through your descendants, all the nations of the world get blessed. And does he believe that for a second? No. Then, when Isaac had been there a long time, Abimelech of the Philistines looked down from a window and saw Isaac caring for his wife Rebekah. So Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, "She is really your wife. Why did you say she is my sister?" So this time, she's not taken at all. There's a difference. And yeah, she's not taken by somebody to be his wife. "Because I thought I might lose my life on account of her." Then Elkanah said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the men might have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." So Elkanah gave orders to all the people, "Anyone who molests this man or his wife shall surely be put to death." Isaac planted crops in that land the same year and reaped 100-fold because the Lord blessed him. How this? Some people see, it's the same account with Abraham, just told differently this time. It's Isaac, and if it was supposed to be harmonized through a supposed person, through the supposed documentary hypothesis, supposedly. Here's the question: why wasn't this story just merged into that? Why wasn't the Egyptian story, the other story with Abraham, and this story just molded into one? It seems like whoever came up with the documentary hypothesis has no idea what they're talking about. Or, the documentary hypothesis could be false, or the person reading the Bible did supposed to conceal contradictory accounts, did a really bad job. Oh wait, is this a contradictory account? No. Can similar events happen multiple times? Yes. Like father, like son. The man became rich, and his wealth continued to grow until he became very wealthy. He had so many flocks and herds and servants that the Philistines envied him. So all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the time of his father Abraham, the Philistines stopped up and filling them with earth. Okay, so they have filled in all the wells. They're no longer in use. Then Elimelech said to Isaac, "Move away from us. You have become too powerful for us." Well, it's an Abraham story. I'll just stay here as long as everything's fine. This one, leave! Because you're too powerful. Not because, like the Egyptian story, where leave because, well, you embarrassed us, basically. Yeah, apparently some people are like, these are hopelessly contradictory and make the Bible unreadable. Oh, funny, Jews have been reading it perfectly fine for thousands of years. Sorry that you were confused in Sunday school, but it's not really. Inspiring philosophy is going to be doing a lot of debunking. Already had some question about the documentary hypothesis, and I think about did Abraham walk the earth video he did. I linked that. I definitely linked that video in one of my other videos. Yeah, you don't have to provide something. Anyway, so Isaac moved away from there and encamped in the valley of Gerar, and settled there. Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug in the time of his father Abraham, which the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham died, and he gave them the same names his father gave him. Huh. So he's like reopening, and part of the reopening ceremony was this renaming them. Yes, that was a thing. The same names. That was a thing back then. Could this be as explanatory for what's about to happen and not a hopeless, confusing contradiction? Yes. Yes, it is. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and discovered a well fresh with water there. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac, his herdsmen, and said, "The water is ours." So he named the well Exka, because they disputed with him. They dug another well, but they quarreled over that one also, so he named it Sitnana. He moved on from there and dug another well, and no one quarreled over it. He named it Rabboth, saying, "Now the Lord has given us room, and we will flourish in the land." From there he went to Beersheba. Oh, he went to Beersheba. It's already named Beersheba. That night the Lord appeared to him and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid. I am with you. I will bless you and will increase the number of your descendants for the sake of my servant Abraham." Isaac built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord. He pitched his tent, and there his servants dug a well. Yeah, well, job, others job. The Middle East is a lot of desert, okay? You need wells. Meanwhile, yeah, you move to one place, you dig a well, then you move to another because nomads still existed then. Meanwhile, Elimelech had come to him from Gerar with Ezra, his personal advisor, the commander of his forces. Isaac asked them, "Why have you come to me, since you were hostile to me and sent me away?" They answered, "We saw clearly that the Lord is with you, so we said there ought to be a sworn agreement between us and you. Let us make a treaty with you, that you will do us no harm, just as we did not molest you, but always treated you well and sent you away in peace." Also notice, going back to anyone who molests this man and his wife. Why did they have to make this stipulation for Isaac? Yeah. And now you are blessed by the Lord. Isaac made a feast for them, and they ate and drank. Does this happen in the treaty with Abraham? No. Early the next morning, the men swore an oath to each other. Isaac sent them away on their way, and they left in peace. That day Isaac's servants came and told him about the well they had dug, and they said, "We have found water," so called it Sheba, and to this day the name of the, the name of the town has been Beersheba. Yes. But it was just Abraham named it. Then it got filled in, and Isaac just dug it up again and renamed it. This is not a hopeless contradiction, confusing story. If you just think, it's not that bad. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and also Bathmas, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. They were a source of grief to Isaac and Rebekah. Like, there is no contradiction here. You have to make one up. This is the supposed documentary hypothesis will be like, this is evidence that there were two stories of what a Beersheba is called Beersheba, or it's just two separate events. Anyway, I guess that's all for today. Go watch my other stuff. Bye.